Okay, welcome, brothers. How's it going? My name's JP. We've got a special one today. We've got the man, the legend himself, Psych, Laurence. This man has been one of the leaders in the industry for well over a decade. 2007, I believe. I could be wrong. Is that correct?
I started learning 2006, started coaching 2007. Yeah.
Amazing. Wow. Straight in. And this man is award winning, and I'm looking to I can't wait to just pick his brains on everything when it comes to, the science and the psychology behind attraction. His specialism is the psychology part as well as everything else. So we're looking to dive straight into that, and we can really get deep into where looks really do fit into the equation. I'm so excited for this. So let's just begin. So
I'm warning you now, some of this stuff I'm going to say with the looks you're going to really like, and some of it you're going to really hate. So don't hate me. Don't shoot the messenger. This is just what I've found. So it's mixed. You're gonna like some of what I have to say, but you might not like some of the other.
No, you're the pro. You're the pro. I'm a fitness guy. I'll tell everyone I'm a fitness guy, and I've already been on, and I've spoken in your group as well.
Yeah.
So I'm all ears. I'm not one of those guys to just be like, it's my way, this and that. I'm just going off my experiences, and obviously you have all decades of experience, so you can correct me, and I'm all ears. So start with just share with everyone, or share with the brothers, obviously your background. I know I've touched on it, and even the psychology part and where we're at today, basically in terms of your career.
I mean, background, like you said, 2007, I'm a trained therapist. I've got 7 years of formal psychological training across multiple universities. I prevented 17 suicides, created over 50 marriages, ended over 100 virginities, wrote two books, one a bestseller, spoken at stages all around the world. I'm talking Sweden, Hong Kong, Germany, Australia, all across North America. I've been doing it all, right? But none of that actually really matters for anybody listening to this. What matters is I'm the only dating coach in the world who shows consistent daily results from his students, because I see all these guys out there who are these incredible coaches, these incredible guys. They're slaying girls left and right. I don't give a shit. And as a student, neither should you. Who cares what they're doing? What are their students doing? How good are they getting? Okay. This year alone, 2 of my guys got married. They had kids. I've trained some of the top coaches in the world, from Zachary or Nerd in the community. He does the online game stuff. RSD Luke, Fingerman, who taught RSD Madison, if you guys know who he is. So a lot of my students have got Nathan. A lot of these guys have gone on to become coaches on themselves. Obviously, I've winged with and done stuff with all the greats. Sin, known as the king of content, Mystery, Johnny Saporno, Hypnotica, you name it. I've been out with these guys. So my whole point of what I'm saying this is, on my journey, I have seen the best in the world. I've seen behind the mirrors. I've gone out with, if anyone in this world is known as a great seducer, I have met him, I've winged with him, I've taught him, or I've learned from him. All right. So all of that I want to bring to the table and help you guys to kind of sift through all the bullshit. I'm not just a random guy who just popped up a Facebook group and lives in his parents' basement. Like, I see everyone and their mother is a dating coach right now. Some of these guys have withstood the test of time, and there are people who are the real deal. There are a lot of scams. There's a lot of bad shit in this industry. It's up to you to do your own research. It's up to you to find which guys actually get their people results and who have learnable, teachable processes and systems in place. That's the only thing that matters. And I'm happy to cut through a lot of the misconceptions or a lot of the bullshit I see with red pill, black pill. I helped one of my students founded the biggest red pill Discord community out there right now. So I don't necessarily consider myself red pill, but I've gone through it all. I've talked with all the leader experts in all of these different categories, and I'm very, very confident that I could truly help anybody weed through all the bullshit and find a system that works best for them. That's my history in a nutshell.
You dropped some names, and even the names that you've dropped, I've been looking at their stuff, and I've been like, wow, so if they're learning from you. We're gonna get straight to the source here. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Without the BS, I love it. Okay. So Jared, just to start with, so tell us what's the psychology behind attraction then? Because obviously there's a whole debate about looks, and then there's game, and there's personality, and this and that. What's the lowdown? What's going on here?
So when people say what is attraction, what's psychology of attraction, all that kind of stuff, you have to understand there's so many multiple facets. Just like psychology, there's no psychology. There's different camps: evolutionary psychology, behavioral psychology, cognitive psychology, humanistic psychology. Okay, same thing with attraction. There's chemical responses, behavioral responses, cultural attraction. Okay, ultimately what we're talking about is a feeling that the girl is having. Okay, she's having a feeling of attraction, or in psychology call it immediacy behaviors, a desire for the other guy. And what I've labeled that down, what I've kind of nailed it down to, is there's passive attraction and active attraction. Passive attraction is the stuff you love. It's the gym maxing, it's the health, wealth displays, it's the propinquity. We can get to like really like nitty gritty stuff of what passively will attract a girl: fashion, grooming, the culture, right? Like, for example, I'm Jewish. So if I find a girl who's Jewish and I say I'm Jewish, just her finding that out, passively, she's more attracted now, okay? So we have those things. And then we have active attraction. And there's a lot of different ways to actively make somebody attracted. In a nutshell, it comes down to investment, or the interplay between value and investment. Ultimately, if a girl's investing in you, the more she's investing in you, the more attracted she's going to become, okay? In the passively, it does matter. But if I can short circuit her by getting her invested, I'll win every time with the passive attraction. I beat Abercrombie models. I beat the owner of the Miami Heat, who was throwing $100 bills at this girl. And everybody's like, how the fuck are you doing this? And it's all through the power of getting the investment, because nobody can beat it if you know how to trigger it properly. And I can give countless examples of this or analogies to make sense of it.
So you said passive and active.
Passive and active attraction, yes.
So looks maxing is passive.
Yes, and it matters. And I'm not going to say it doesn't matter. Like, it absolutely matters. It helps, okay? In fact, some women will not even allow the investment process to begin, aka the active one, if you don't meet a certain like looks criteria, right? So some 10 might just be like, no, there's no way. Like, it's just, I can't even, you don't even get to play the game. You're not even in the, like they won't even acknowledge you. There are ways to around it. Now it's like game on, bitch, because I have this idea. This is my true mentality: is the longer I spend with a girl, any girl, the longer I interact with her and keep going, the more attracted she's going to become. She can dismiss me initially. I've done a whole talk on it. If you guys YouTube indifference and put my name, Jared, you'll see how I deal with girls who are completely indifferent. They want nothing to do with me. The hottest models who look at me as this fat, ugly fuck and big-headed dude, and they're like, no. And it's like, all right, to me, that's the real game. That's game on. It's like, when a girl's just instantly into me, I'm like, okay, it's cool, and it works. And use every fucking advantage possible. Like, if you can flex. If you're tall, be tall. Like, fucking cheat. Like, anything you can do to get the girl. Like, this game's hard enough. But my love, personally, what I call real game, is turning a no into a yes. It's not keeping a yes, if that makes sense.
Do you know what? Thank you. Some realism, some honesty. I was literally pulling my hair today. Honestly, I'm like, is this even worth it? Me speaking about this, it's like, I feel like I'm an alien. Like, what's going on? Obviously, I've got the band of brothers in the group, but it's like, why is everyone in denial? Like, it's just everywhere. Like, what's up with everyone? Like, I don't understand why people are like, no, looks don't matter at all. Like, I'm not saying that looks at everything. I'm just saying that they are important. Like, everyone's hating me for it.
No dating coach or pickup guy worth a damn is ever going to say looks don't matter. That was a battle cry from 2012 to roughly 2016. The whole looks don't matter movement, and that was purely spearheaded by RSD as a marketing tactic.
Of course,
like that's all it was. But the whole like looks don't matter movement was from 2012 to 2016. Before that and now after that, and no one worth a damn is being like, looks don't matter at all. Like, of course it does. In fact, in psychology, we have a term here. You'll love this. Halo effect. Look up the halo effect. It literally says, if you're more attractive, people treat you better. People will be nicer to you. People will assume you're more trustworthy. If you're good looking, people will assume, because of the halo effect, that you're a good person. You're good hearted. You're someone they can trust. So the halo effect's a real psychological thing. It's just, it's not the end all be. I will say this: looks for a guy matter way more than looks for a girl. Like, we value looks way more than women do. I will say that, like without a doubt. For men, it's almost like she's good looking and then cool. Like, be cool also. Like, I need her to be really, really good looking. Okay, she's hot, awesome. Now I hope she's cool. With women, it's fucking everything. And so it's like, if you're looking at a pie, it's like 80% looks and like 20% be a cool girl and whatever, right? With women, everything's like evenly proportioned, or each girl has her own values of how much looks matter, how much personality matters, humor matters, confidence matters. Status matters. Let's talk about status, social skills. Like it all fucking matters. In fact, there was a study done with Victoria's Secret models where they asked them, rank all these traits that a guy can have: looks, intelligence, the personality, the humor, social skills, whatever. They said rank all of these. And of Victoria's Secret models, all of them put 10 on every category. Funny enough, except intelligence. Intelligence, they put a 6 out of 10 importance. But essentially, what we get here is women are saying everything matters. We want everything. So that's, to get a 10, you got to be a 10.
And I believe that as well. Like, even as a man, like my thing isn't about, my message isn't about, just work on looks and forget everything else. Like, game doesn't work. I know I do some controversial posts, you know what I'm saying? But that's more in terms of, like,
you're getting engagement. You're having fun.
Yeah. But even like online matches, for example, like in terms of online dating, obviously looks online. Would you agree?
Online looks matter way more. Online is I know a guy who's insane game. He walks up to a girl and like they are falling for it. He's really good. Can't make online work. Sucks. Like won't get matches, at least not by the girls he likes. Every hot girl swiping left on him because looks definitely matter a lot more with online. Now, I have hacked it. I found different hacks. I've taught my guys. I took a guy, this little Asian kid, who was getting a 4 on looks, whatever. And the way we did his pictures, like the structure, the style of it, I got him to an 8. No, he didn't change anything. The same dude, same body, same face, same everything. And we got him to an 8. I think you already put some of those posts. You saw like how 2 different pictures taken around the same time period, but like done differently can make such a difference. So there are little hacks and things you can do for online, but I will agree, like online looks definitely they matter more.
Yeah, and it's interesting how you really touched on time. I want to get into that, but it's interesting. I mean, I was having another conversation with someone and they were talking about, social circle game and versus online, because it's time, isn't it? Because online, it's almost like, instant, you're one of 1,000 people, and she's like literally, she could just swipe off you. Versus social circle game is more long-term game, isn't it?
Well, yeah, social circle is my bread. I was one of the first 5 founders of social circle game. It was like me, Adam, Braddock, Mr. M, Hypnotica, back in 2008. Before 2008, the idea of social circle game like wasn't a thing. Me and these other 4 guys, like we like invented the whole idea. And since then, we've had Breakstar guys, Michael Sartain, RSD Luke, Jay McDaniel, Robbie Kramer. Like, there's a lot of great guys out there who are now teaching it. And Enrique, I know, or Eric is doing it. There's a lot of, like, I want to give credit's due. It's getting a lot more traction. It's the ultimate cheat code. More than anything. You have to learn normal game. I don't even like calling it game, but whatever. You have to learn normal game first. First, you have to learn fundamentals. You have to like just get your foundation. Like, you got to get your fashion down. You got to like be groomed. You got to have good body language. You have to get your tonality, speak clear, all that shit. Then you actually have to learn game. What I'm teaching my guys is the attraction ladder. 15 steps, 15 skills you have to learn. Nail that down. Once you can do that, now you can learn social circle and just be surrounded by high status guys, be surrounded by gorgeous women. And then you can live a lifestyle where you're getting free. Like, I was making $2,000 a month, broke as fuck. I'm partying on yachts. I have a table at the club whenever I want to go out. I'm going to these mansion parties. I'm friends with all these millionaires. Like, I have no business doing this lifestyle. I'm flying around for free. I'm getting free meals. Like, I'm using social circle to like feed my fat ass. Like, I'm just getting free meals and shit. Okay, all like free 99. And it's a term I've dubbed social currency. Like, when you know everybody, when you become what's called a local celebrity, like, you don't need that much money. Like, it pays for itself.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing. And for me, that's what I want to aim towards. Like, obviously, it's weird because I've been out of the game for about almost for like 3.5 years while I was in a relationship. And now I've been basically single for the last only couple months. And it's like, obviously, it's like me coming back into it. And it's like, I'm learning all these things. Because even beforehand, I literally was just checking out one website. So I can't say I'm anything like a game expert. But I've come across this social circle. And I've been seeing courses of guys that you've taught about it. And I'm just like, wow. But it's funny because the way they talk about like typical game of cold approach, it's like they're laughing at people. And there's one coach, I'm not going to say any names because we talked about, off record, this and that. And he was like, oh, I spoke with this guy and we're talking about these guys are deluded to think they can just, first day they're going to go out on the street and start pulling 9s and 10s off the street. And like, we're almost laughing like, ha, 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 ha. Like, I was just thinking, wow, like, that's crazy. But it makes sense though. I don't think there's no surprises there.
Cold
Okay.
approach is a amazing thing to do to learn the skills. It's a horrible lifestyle to live. I'm going to say this again. Cold approach is amazing to do to learn the key skills. You need to do it. You need to start somewhere. Cold approach is great to do that. You can learn sexual tension. You can learn how to build a connection. You can learn when to kiss. You can learn how to win over groups and do peer approval. You can learn how to be playful. You can learn how to build comfort with people. You can learn how to escalate, how to lead, how to throw after parties. You can learn so much through cold approach. It's an incredible, incredible skill. It's an awful, awful lifestyle. Here's the difference. Let's talk in business terms. Do you want to be a guy? Do you want to be the best door-to-door salesman in the world? The best. You're the best door-to-door salesman. You wake up every day, you're a little briefcase, and you go door to door, and you just sell everybody, every house. Or do you want to set up a funnel, a click funnel or whatever, where you're constantly having people finding you, coming to you, and you scale that out to the whole fucking world? Okay? It's a no-brainer. Like, learn sales. Learn, like, being the best door-to-door salesman, you learn a valuable skill there. You learn how to sell. But the click funnel is what's going to scale your business. Cold approach, great skills you can learn. Social circle is how you're going to scale your dating and create a fundamental lifestyle. It's like a click funnel, but instead of passive income, you're getting passive pussy. Like, it's just, there's no comparison. I was talking to one dating coach who's like, yeah, I just do every day. I do 6 hours of day game and I get like 2 or 3 numbers, and that's my life. Every day I'm doing, 6 hours of day game. And I'm like, I'm too fucking lazy for that. Hell no. I'll go out one night a week at this point and meet 5 or 10 different girls. And then I can choose out of them who I want to be getting with or hooking up with this week, or however many dates I want to set. I never need to cold approach again for the rest of my life, and I can consistently keep meeting new girls. But you have to build up to that.
Bro, it's like we're agreeing on everything. I'm waiting for this disagreement.
I could try to find.
It's like I was speaking to one guy and he told me how he done like 2,000 approaches like every day for like 2 years and didn't get laid. But, he was like, and that was like a badge of honor in terms of, I know the game and you don't. And I'm like, I've got no desire to do that. I don't know any friends that do that.
Here's what he's okay. So here's the disagreement. Here's what he's saying. Like, guys are trying. Like, I understand what he's trying to say. He's just not explaining himself properly. He's saying he put in the work and the time to learn the craft and the skill, and he understands how real game works, like the active attraction building. Black pill community. What you keep talking about, black pill. What I know of it, and maybe I'm a little bit wrong, but what I know, black pill is you say nothing matters other than looks and money. Fuck the rest. Be good looking. And you'll get girls. Girls only fuck hot guys. Be a hot guy. That's all that matters. And I vehemently disagree with that, because I've been out with, again, Abercrombie models for them. I went out specifically with them to test myself. And yeah, they got looks. Girls were checking them out. And even sometimes they were coming up to them, but if they didn't know what to do, I could run circles around them. Like, I can literally get the girl's attention off of him. He wouldn't know how to keep up with me. I could raise the energy. I could lower what I need to. I could frame him bad if I want to. I did it because he's my friend. But everything, he has the whole package, but he doesn't know what to fucking do with it. And so eventually the girl's like, well, this guy is stimulating me and making me feel attraction. He's making me feel emotions. So the reticular activation system goes towards me. And it's really funny to do with hot guys who are like, and they're so confused. Like, why the fuck is this girl looking at this guy? I'm bigger than him. I'm better looking than him. What the fuck? I'm just laughing inside. Like, same thing with rich guys. Rich guys will try to flash cash. The owner of the Miami Heat came up to the table and was like, we'll play a game where if you name a Beatles song, here's $100. And all I did was I kept whispering to the girl, here's another Beatles song. Get another 100. And I just fucking tooled him. And I'm like, come on, man, do more than Beatles. Come on, any 60 song. Here, do another one. Do that one. And I just overtalked him. I just kept egging him on. I'm like, you're going to round the hundreds eventually. Come on. Let's see how many hundreds you got. I'll play this all day. And eventually he's like, whatever. That doesn't matter. And then he just kind of walked off with his entourage. And the girls were laughing. Like, it was tooling him. And I think I whispered like, oh my God, this guy thinks you're a hooker. Just play along. It's fine. She's not going to get with him at this point. He's throwing money at her. She now feels like a hooker. I instantly framed him against him. Doesn't matter how much cash he has. The more he uses his cash, the worse it gets for him. I say one thing, it outframes him. That's the power of game. That's the power of like what this really could do when you understand it. But with that said, if I had his money, if I had your fucking muscles, I'd be even more deadly. It'd be even just it would just go to another level. That's the key of it. So I guess where we disagree is what I want to see is if you really believe that game does this and you see that effect, you're really not black pill. Because what I know from the black pill is you're saying, fuck the words, fuck social skills, fuck game. All that is just bullshit. The only thing that matters is your looks and money. Everything else is bullshit. That's what I've gotten from black pills. Red pill's a little bit easier. Red pill's like, it's everything. You have to max out everything, which makes sense. But I just prioritize game and the social skills.
No, I mean, that's amazing what you're saying. I'm just smiling here, just thinking about it. But yeah, no, I mean, my take on it. So, you know, it's weird because people have been like, I'm not black pill, like I'm a looks maxer and this and that. I'm like, you know, I'm just tired, you know, I'm maybe just to create my own thing. But I believe looks and game, because I feel like you can max out red pill. Like you can have the great job or the great career, have the Ferrari, have the mansion or whatever. And, you know, I don't think that's enough for women to just come to your door. If, you know, obviously you got to present it somehow. Even social media is still a version of game. So yeah, so my thing is looks and game, they're both important. That's what, if I was to say both, like if there's a money and status and everything, obviously if you have fame and status, I think that trumps a lot. I mean, I can't
Fame
imagine
trumps all.
famous.
I'm going to say it right now, there's only two things that are better than having the game. In my mind, there's only two things, that's logistics and fame. But with game, you can get local fame. When I was in San Diego at my prime, I'd be doing a boot camp and like, people would stop me on the street, like, you're Jared, right? And they would just know me because I'm in the right circles. Like, I was with my business mentor, and a car was driving by us, and a girl rolled down the window, and she goes, Jared, like, waving at me. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is, but okay. Like, you become a local celebrity. It's really nuts. Now, granted, that's only within San Diego. I'm out of San Diego. I didn't have that. But, yeah, the only thing that trumps game is fame and logistics.
Yeah, for sure. And I want to get into logistics as well. It's interesting. I think my first exposure to someone doing social game without me realizing was Ty Lopez. Obviously, you heard of Ty Lopez, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure who taught him, but it sounded like he was, you know, trying to have like a model competition. Obviously, that's probably not something that average man can do straight away. But, you know, I always thought that social circle game was something you do when you're rich and famous. Then you do that. But
it's a lot easier. You could, it's a lot easier, but you can also do a vulture social. Like vulture game is the easiest thing. Like it's so much easier to befriend Ty Lopez and go to all of his events and do it with him and let him deal with all that shit than it is to be Ty Lopez and start it yourself. He did it the fucking hard way, honestly. Like you look at guys like, you know, I mean, like I'll find the biggest promoter, biggest guy having all the parties, hosting it. He has the list, he has the girls, he has everything. And I'm just like, I'm with that guy. Hey, buddy. Hi, you're my friend now. And then boom, I have everything he has. It's just instant access. So that's a lot fucking easier than building all from scratch yourself.
But would you say in that situation, because I actually had this, like growing up, my best friend was, not only was he good looking, he was a DJ as well. So we were going to all these events, but he was the DJ, he was the man. So I was always a side friend. So if there was a 10, like number one, I didn't know anything about game anyway, and I wasn't look max either. So I was fucked. I could never get that.
He beats you on situational status. You can beat him with logistics, with game, with looks max. There's factors. Remember, so it's like a pie chart. Women want a pie chart. In that environment, that one guy beats me with status. Sure, I'll beat him in all the other shit. It doesn't matter. And again, investment. If I start talking to the girl, all I need is some access to her. I build that investment with her. It's done. It's over. Like it doesn't matter. Like when we talk about value versus investment trumps value. This you might disagree as well. Like I don't know your stake on it, but we're talking about like the status. We're talking about like looks, you know, being ripped or whatever. This is all value. This is valuable to a girl. Okay. When a girl invests in someone, the investment trumps the value. She will be more attracted and go with the guy she invested in versus the guy who's actually more valuable. And this is what I mean by that. I'll give you an analogy, okay? Let's say you're back in high school, okay? And you're in shop class and they're like, you need to make something with your hands. And you're like, well, I need a lamp for my bedroom. My bedroom's dark and I never have light. I need to build a fucking lamp. So you build a lamp. You spend a week learning how to build a lamp. You mold the bulb out of fucking sand or whatever. You like make the lamp, you make the shade, you do all the wiring. And then after a week of working on this, you're like, oh my God, I have a lamp. It's not that bright. It's kind of oddly shaped. It's a little lumpy. It's fucking weird, but you fucking made it, this lamp. Okay, it's yours. And then your mom surprised you when you come home. She goes, honey, I got you this nice lamp for your bedroom. I went shopping, got you a lamp. I know you needed one. Now you got 2 lamps. You got the nice one your mom got that's brighter, it's bigger, it's prettier. And you got the one you made with your own hands. You spent a week working on this lamp for yourself. Which you can only keep one. There's no need for 2. Which one are you keeping? You tell me, which one would you keep in this scenario?
I guess the one you put the time into.
But it's not as valuable. It's not, right? Like you're looking at it and you're like, this is clearly a better lamp. But I love this. But this is my lamp. I love this lamp. And we see this in relationship. We see girls who are with these awful, awful guys, but they've invested so heavily. You see all these guys in these like toxic relationships where the girls can't leave because they're so fucking invested, even though they're trash. Investment is the biggest fucking like social hack to attraction. Now, granted though, you need value to bait the investment in the first place. If you have no value, you're not even gonna start the investment process. But if you can get that going, if you can start the investment process, I can beat guys with more status who are better looking, who are, richer than me. It doesn't matter because I know how to bait investment and they don't.
Okay, that's so exciting. Okay, let's get into that because I'm speaking for obviously on behalf of the brothers as well. Obviously, we're working towards looks maxing, but when you get there, what next? And even while you're getting there, like what can you do? So obviously,
that's the other thing I was telling you in your chat. I'm like, why are we debating this one or the other? Do both. Do both. There's no looks max and personality max or whatever, call it game max. Like there's no reason you should be doing both. Or look at it this way. What is your sticking point? You right now, JP, like you personally, you don't need to worry about looks maxing. You're fucking looks maxed. You're good. So your focus should be like, I want to learn game at a high level. I'm the opposite. I've learned game. I'm max. It doesn't maybe you can get 1% better here. I need to get in better shape. I need a looks max. So like I'm on the other side of the spectrum. Everybody watching this, they got to decide for themselves, what is the big thing holding them back right now, right? Like, what is their key sticking point? If they're not even going up and talking to girls, who gives a shit how you look? Because you can't even approach. You got too much anxiety going on, right? If every time you look at a girl, she's like, ew, like, then groom, go for fashion, change shit up, start like dieting a little bit. Like people have to be honest with themselves and go, what is the key thing holding me back? What is my lowest common denominator here? The lowest, like, what is my weakness? And you need to fix your weaknesses and just nail them out point by point.
Because Jared, you're training at the moment, right? If I'm correct, you're in the gym.
Yeah, I'm starting right now. I'm like, enough's enough. I want to get into it. I wish I got turned down more with my big Buddha belly because it would be more motivation. I'm doing more just for me. Like I'm getting older and I don't want, like I'm still getting laid. I'm meeting with girls. Like I just got a gorgeous girl for my birthday doing photo shoot here. Like, and that's why I probably haven't done it before because I've cheated and got away with it. But ultimately I'm doing this more for me where like, I don't want like little nicks and pains. I want to like just have more energy, so I'm doing it. I'm like the girl. I'm like, I'm getting in shape for me. But it's true.
Would you say you're a good-looking guy?
I would say I'm pretty decent looking. But my biggest flaws here is I've got a big ass head. I just got like a bobblehead, and I'm overweight. I'm fat. I've got a big fucking belly, and it hurts. So when girls rate me, they'd say I'm probably like a 6 out of 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
it's a bit low.
Now I can hide it. I can use game to like do certain fashion to like hide the weight, putting the beard on, accentuate it, like help the face, fill it out a little bit. So I can kind of maybe boost it up a bit. But like me just chilling, like whatever, like they'd probably say I'm around a 6. Just because of the weight. I could probably get it up to like an 8, 8.5 if I put in the work.
Yeah, but Joe, I can tell you've got like an amazing personality. Out of everyone, all the coaches I've spoken to, you just generally seem like such a friendly guy. You was willing to help me just, off the bat in terms of StreamYard the other day. And I want to kind of get into that. So how do you personality max, we'll call it? How do you boost that personality? How do you get that investment? Give us the lowdown. I know you don't want to you can't give away all your trade secrets, but give us the overview.
There's never enough time to give away. When guys join Modern Flirting, look at the library, there's like over 200 hours of coaching and videos on totally different stuff. I couldn't give it away. I would try to give it away, and I couldn't give it away. I have a 30-module masterclass I take my guys through. Like this rabbit hole goes so far down for guys who really want to learn like the right way to do shit, build up the social circle, build up the confidence, build up the social, like it's unreal. But to go with what you're saying before, social circle type game, how you can be that kind of guy is the stuff you were just saying. Like you helped me with StreamYard, you were being, cool about this. Be a value giver. and want nothing in return. Just give value. Give value to anyone and everyone. If you see something you can help, and by giving value, let me be clear, because sometimes people think, oh, it means money, I have to pay for shit. No. If you give value, the operational definition I use is you make their day better. If you make someone's day better in any way, you've given value. I introduced you to StreamYard. I gave value. I made your day better. You're like, oh, cool. There's a cool thing I can use, right? That's all that means. So there's the three tenets of social circle. There's three fundamental ways to build social circle. Give value freely, wanting nothing back. Rapport means be like-minded, mirror them, find topics to talk about. So we're talking about game. It builds a rapport with us because we have that. We can go on it. If you talk similar intelligence, there's a lot of things you can do to build rapport. And the third one is commonalities. So in this case, we're talking about game, that's a commonality. We're also coaches, that's a commonality. You can play on those every friendship, every real friendship, these three things are in effect. There's value given, even if the value is just, this guy fucking makes me laugh. He makes me laugh. That improves my day, doesn't it? If this guy's making me laugh, my day got better. So there's value being given, rapport, we see eye to eye on, whatever the fuck, and we're similarity. And then the commonalities, we have a key topic in common that we can use and bank on. I'm going to put the light on just because it keeps going in and out of focus. And it's going to keep happening. So let me just raise that up real quick. It's going to get a little hotter, but whatever. Does that make sense? If you're building a social circle, just focus on those three tenets.
Okay, and how about with a woman? So let's say you match a woman online, or you meet her, you cold approach and it goes well. How are you, you talked about turning a no to a yes. So how do you do that? And you talked about time. I think you touched on time as well. So how does someone do that?
So I'm not in any delusion that any girl I talk to is instantly attracted to me. What I do believe, and maybe it is delusional, but what I do believe is that over time, if I keep talking to her, I will create the attraction because I'm going through the right process. We talked about funnels, right? Social circle is having a good funnel that works for you. If you have a good system, a good process, it's going to work for you. Very simply, we can talk about my 5 vibes, where it's comfort, leads to playful, leads to flirty, leads to connecting, leads to sexual. And I could kind of really break that down and go into it. We could talk about the attraction ladder funnel. You meet a girl, start conversation, position yourself, peer approval, create positive emotional stimulus, get things flirty, free her away from her friends, build a connection, plan the date, build sexual tension, go for the kiss, take her to the action party, or sorry, go for an adventure, take her for the after party, build arousal, release pressure for sex or relationship. That's a funnel. It's step by step. Now, there's no routine stacking. You don't need every line needs to be set or anything like that. You just need to understand okay, this is the next logical step to go through if I want to become a lover, if I want her to be attracted to me. This is a funnel if I want to make her more my friend. This is a funnel, or like you have systems in place. If you don't have a system, everybody's just kind of going blind. They're just think sports. No sports team at a high level is let's just take the ball and fuck around and see, and we'll just pass and shoot and we'll see what happens. No, they're we have a play. You're going to get it to Jordan. You're going to pass it back, create a triangle offense here. No one's just winging it. Yeah, well, a lot of people with attraction, all this stuff. I talk to all these guys. They have no system. They have no problem. What do you do? Well, I try to tell her she's cute, and then I'll talk with her for a while, and then ask her on a date. That's not a fucking system. That's just that's a nothing. That's just air, right? So it's being smart. It's hacking how we can move things along in the right order it's meant to be. Some guys, it's called the needy reciprocation approach. This is what the mass majority of guys think how attraction works. They're I like you. I really like you. Reciprocate. Now you like me, right? And the girl's no, I don't like you. But I like you. I'm telling you I like you. You're fucking gorgeous, or whatever direct shit. The girl's I still don't like you. I don't give a shit. They're but you need to reciprocate, you slut, bitch. I can't believe it. You don't like me even though I said I like you? That's not how it works. You can't use the needy reciprocation approach. You have to build desire in the girl. And the first thing that comes is making her comfortable with you. Guys go up and instantly make a girl uncomfortable. due to classical conditioning from society. Girls will pigeonhole you and think you're like every other guy who came before. At no fault of your own. You can be the sweetest, greatest, coolest, funnest, looks maxed, whatever guy in the world. You go to talk to her. If you trigger the wrong classical conditioning that makes her think of all the other creepy guys before you, she now thinks you're a creepy guy too. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you are. It matters how you made her feel. So the first step with any girl you like is you got to make her feel comfortable. A girl cannot feel attraction if she's uncomfortable. So for instance, let's take you, JP, okay? Let's say I put you in a bar, we put a tight shirt on you, you're flexing, you're oiled up, all this shit. A girl looks over at you. She's gonna be like, damn, that guy's hot. That guy's attractive. Okay? Now, same person, same shit, but let's put blood all over your shirt and have you holding a bloody knife. She's not thinking you're attractive anymore. She's thinking, holy shit, that fucking guy's a murderer. Like, oh my God, I'm scared of this dude. She's going to run away. All right? Without comfort, literally can't have attraction. In fact, biologically, it's impossible. If you flood fear in a guy or a girl and animals, a man literally cannot have a boner if he's frightened for his life. It's impossible. Your sympathetic, I forget the word of it. I'm going to blank, but the hormones designed for sex literally shut the fuck down. All energy goes into fight and flight. There's no fucking. Okay, there's no arousal. There's no horny. Same thing with women. Now, women can have sex even if they're terrified. That's what rape is, right? But it's very not enjoyable. There's no blood going down there. Everything hurts. Everything, like, there's no horniness going on. Everything sucks. So, like, if you're uncomfortable, there's no way you can start feeling attraction on a biological level. I'm not sure if this still answers your question. I'm just going on a tangent here, but hopefully that helps.
No, of course. And where does investment play into that as well?
So the investment basically is it's due to what's called a cognitive bias theory, right? Or cognitive dissonance theory. So if you put, how do I put it? Like, if you make a decision, after you made the decision, you're going to more likely feel it's the right decision. There is something called buyer's remorse. That's a little bit different. But usually when it's like, I don't know, do I want sushi or Italian? You're like, all right, Italian. You go like, yep, that was a good choice. Also, the more you invest in something, think like gambling or think like investing in stocks. Even if it starts losing, because you're so invested, you don't want to cut the losses. You want to just be like, no, I'd want, like, maybe I'll put more in. I don't want to like take it out because you're invested in this thing. You're more attracted, you're more bonded to that thing because you don't want cognitive dissonance. You don't want to feel you made wrong decisions. All right. If you go public, Robert Cialdini talks about this, psychology of persuasion. If you go public and say, I think this, right? Like whatever it is, like I think investment is the best shit in the world, you're more likely to be committed to that. It's called the commitment principle, right? Because you publicly said it. Now you've invested, you've put yourself on the line saying this is a good thing. You don't want to go and say, yeah, I was wrong. Nobody wants to say they're wrong. Nobody wants to like go back on something. We can see this in attraction all the time. Here's a perfect example. Next time you're with a girl on a date, watch the vibe a girl's giving you, okay? Feel it out. See how compliant she is. See how easygoing she is, okay? Then the only thing I want you to do is if you get to the point where you can kiss her, and then watch her vibe. She's instantly going to be more like leaning into you. She's going to be way more compliant. She's going to be way more like cutesy and feels like your girl. And there's a real reason for it. It's the investment principle. Before the kiss, she's still like, I don't know. Do I like him? Do I not like him? I don't know. Once you kiss her, you create a positive emotional stimulus. You create that feeling in her. And oh my God, hold on one second. My dog's freaking the fuck out. Hold on. He's being a little terror. I'm gonna have to put him down. Oh well. So once she kisses you, now there's no going back. She goes, oh, I kissed him, therefore I must like him. She could be like 50-50, right? She's like, I don't know. You say something, do something, I call Pez, that spikes up her emotion. At that moment, she's in a receptive state. You then go for a compliance test, in this case, the kiss. She's more receptive. She'll go for it now. She kisses you because she's in a receptive state. After that, her investment level has risen. She's physically invested in you. Now, she looks back at you, goes, why did I kiss him? Oh, I must like him. I don't kiss guys I don't like. right? I only kiss guys I like. Therefore, she'll allow herself to now like you more. It's so stupid. It's like you'll see it. It's the most visible transformation you'll see before kiss and then right after kiss. Look at her compliance. Look at her body language. Look at her vibe. It's so different. And you can see the investment principle in action. And we have all different types of investment. We have time investment, monetary investment, mental investment, emotional investment, physical investment, effort investment. Like there's so many different ways you can play with it.
No, that's fascinating because, I've been, when I fresh broke up with my ex, I was looking at a lot of red pill dating coaches, and they have things like, even when it comes to setting up the date, it's just to either come straight to your place or you meet her around the corner where the logistics are in your favor. Even things like, first time, if she doesn't give it up on the first time, cut her off. If she doesn't text back,
Stupid.
Cut her off.
Stupid.
If she gives you one word reply, cut her off. Like almost like it's like a woman has to literally have such high interest. It's like almost like you have to be a celebrity, and they
don't know what to do. They don't. All the red pill does, and again, I know one of my students is one of the founders of the red pill movement. So like, I'm literally on the board of a red pill Discord group. So like, I get it, and they have some great. Like, I'm not knocking it fully, but they have no answer. Their whole battle cry is sexual market value. Sexual market value. But what do I do if the girl's not noticing my value and immediately investing in me? Fuck her. There's nothing you can do. You either have the value or you don't. Fuck it. It's like, guys, like, yes, you could do shit. You can work it. You can like turn this around. That's no one. Okay, like let's use another analogy. Let's talk about sales. Let's talk about sales. Okay, you got to. What salesman do you have a company, JP? You tell me the salesman you want. Do you want the salesman that can call people up and when a person's like, yeah, I'm really interested in JP looks Maxx thing. Good. Okay, I'll sell it to you. Do you want it? You go, yeah, I really want it. Cool. Or do you want the guy that's like, hey, do you want JP looks Maxx thing? And the guy's like, nah, I don't think that's for me. Come on, buddy. Here, let me tell you exactly why you should do it. This is what you're missing. This is what you're not getting. And it goes, actually, yeah, you know what? You convinced me. I'll do it with that JP guy. There you go. Like, who's the better salesman? The guy that just like racks up the yeses initially, or the guy that turns those no's into a yes, who actually persuades them? What salesman do you want in your company? Like it's a no-brainer. But in a red pill movement or a lot of this stuff, they're just like, everything should be instant yes. Everything is the value. They either like you or they don't. If not, fuck them. And it's like, you guys are just missing out on all these opportunities. And they'd be like, it's a waste of my time. Your time's not as important. Like, shut the fuck up. These guys, it's a waste of my time to send an extra text or like you're come on, you're playing a video. Like I see these guys who won't even put a picture for their Facebook profile. Like, don't act like the time is the biggest indicator here. Take the time to learn the skill so you can get better women, higher quality women, so you don't waste time being dateless. Like, it's worth your time.
Yeah, an example that I heard people say is that if it was a celebrity crush, would she act like that?
You're not a celebrity. Who the fuck are you? Like, not you, JP, but like the guy saying that. Who the fuck are you? You're not a celebrity. Well, she wouldn't do that to Brad Pitt. You're not fucking Brad Pitt. It's like, what would you do for a 10? Imagine this fucking 6. Like, let's talk a girl who's like a 5 or a 6, and you're not like going out of your way to like impress her and do this shit. And it's like, well, he wouldn't treat a 10 like that. Girl, you're not a 10. I'm sorry. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, if you want girls to treat you like Brad Pitt, be Brad Pitt. Be famous. If I haven't heard of you, fuck off. Like, I don't understand that argument. That's so stupid.
So, do you believe in SMV?
I do believe in SMV. But I believe investment trumps SMV.
Okay, so if someone increases the SMV, do you reckon the woman will treat them a little bit better?
Yes.
I think we've already touched on this.
Yes, it's passive attraction will help. But you can still have low SMV right now. Like, yes, obviously, like it's all important. It's all important. It all helps. There are like critical thresholds. There is like, you can be so bad looking where like you just can't even play ball. Like girls are just like, bro, like you're disgusting. Okay, like you smell and you're fashion and you're like literally like the guy who's 600 pounds in a wheelchair who can't even move. He needs to like scrub himself with a fucking rag on a stick. All right, like I don't care what your verbals are. It doesn't matter what. Like, lose a fucking weight. Like, that is by far the biggest issue going on here right now. Okay, but let's just assume you're an average guy. Let's just like take away the straw man arguments and all the logical fallacies. Let's just assume you're an average dude. Learn game, learn how to approach, learn to talk, learn to vibe, learn to be social. You will see such an amazing effect that lasts you for the rest of your fucking. Let's talk about return on investment. I posted this in your group too. Here's the issue with like also the looks and game debate. And this is, again, you might disagree or be a little upset about this, but I can get a 6. Let's say I put in the fucking work. I bust my ass, JP, and I get your body. Maybe it takes me a year. But you say that's, to get like really muscle, it takes about like a year, right? Here's the problem. I got to keep doing shit. I got to go, like, even if I got your body, what you have to do right now to keep that body, you have to eat clean still, don't you? You got to eat good, right? You still, to this day, JP, you're still meal prepping. To this day, you still have to go to the gym. I see you working out every day. I see you posting, like, you still got to do that shit. I don't have to learn game no more. I'm done. I'm fucking done. So if you're going to looks max, it's great and it's good and it's beneficial. I'm not arguing that, but that's a 9-to-5 job. You have to understand that is a lifestyle. Like, if you're going to be good looking, you've got to always be working for it. And some people love it. I fucking hate it. I'm not an active person. I just don't like it, but I'm also someone who does shit I don't like to do. I believe in discipline to be successful. So my personalities clash here. But anyways, the point is, it's a fucking 9-to-5. You got to put in the work to the day you die. And the older you get, the harder it gets. Game, personality maxing, whatever you want to call it, just do it the right way for 1 year, which is nothing. A drop in a bucket of your life. Just do it the right way 1 year, and you are done. Imagine, JP, how good would life be if you could eat all the donuts and pizza, whatever? What's your favorite food?
Fried chicken, pizza.
Right. Every day. Imagine every fucking day you get fried chicken and pizza, and you never have to lift another dumbbell, and you will always look the. Tell me that wouldn't be a return on, like, what would you pay for that?
Yeah, well, there's other bits to that as well, but to be fair, if I felt good, then I look good as well.
You feel and look exactly like you feel and look right now. And you can eat all the pizza, all the fried chicken. You never have to lift the dumbbell. Right?
Yeah, of course, you wouldn't. Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming you'd probably I would empty my life savings. I would just be like, here you go, it's done. Like, I'm over. I never have to think about it again. That's what you can do with game. That's what you can do with personality maxing or whatever. You learn it. It's there in your head. You can't forget it. It's ingrained. Like, it's the best return on investment possible.
Okay, I know. Obviously, but the thing is, why do incels? Why is this all this PUA hate? Like, what's going on there? Like, even there's people in the group that talk about it right. They spent like $5,000 and like they feel like wasted their money and they're upset, and that's why they turn red pill and black pill.
Two things. It's before red pill. See, I went through this whole fucking thing. There was no pills when I got into this. It was all PUA or nothing. And PUA is wrong too. PUA is fucked up. PUA creates a validation seeking identity. It's awful. You know what? If you're watching this, stop calling yourself a fucking PUA. Losers call themselves PUAs. It's stupid. It's a bad identity. You're literally basing your whole personality and validation on the fact that you can fuck a girl. And even if you do fuck this hot girl, yeah, you fucked a hot girl, cool, you're cool. Guess what? Next week you better fucking do it again and again and again, or you're a loser. Like, it's awful, awful, awful. But away from the PUA thing, after that PUA, we had PUA hate. And then the website got taken down for a while. They hate on all the gurus, all the people, and then PUA hate got taken down, and then it became the red pill. And then the red pill wasn't extreme enough, so they got the black pill. Black pill's not extreme enough. They got incels. And then incel wasn't extreme enough, so they got fucking MGTOW, which is out of your mind. But to answer your question, why did these things come up? Because people lost. They lost, and they blamed these. There's two things. Number one, they didn't succeed. They fucked up. It's like a guy goes to the gym, doesn't do the gym right, doesn't eat right, but he tries it. He does a little bit, and then he goes, fuck the gym and healthy eating. It doesn't work. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. I ate healthy a little bit, and I lifted some weights, and I'm still a fat fuck. It doesn't work, JP. It doesn't work. That's what it sounds like to me. Like, you're a fucking idiot. Like you didn't do it right, number one. Number two, this is a new science, pseudoscience, fair enough. This is a new industry. This has only been around since like 2001, really. You can argue about the 90s, but like 2001 is when this really started like happening. This is brand fucking new. And guess what? Not everyone teaching this is qualified. That means there's a lot of guys out there who are better at marketing, especially back in the day. Like, it was so bad. Like, there are a lot of guys who are good at marketing, not good with women. Then you have guys who are good with women, not good at coaching. So it doesn't matter. You have all these people out there who are doing boot camps. You're like, look what I can do. Look at this hot girl. I'm surrounded by all these hot girls. Oh my God, I want to learn from that guy. And then he either doesn't give a fuck, because a lot of the guys should be, I don't know what this is about me, but a lot of these guys in my industry, the dating coaches, they're egotistical, they're narcissistic, they don't give a fuck. All they care about is looking cool. They want to look cool to other men. They want the validation. They're let's be real, they're former PUA guys. They're PUA guys or former PUA guys. And a PUA identity, you're starving for validation. You just want num. You want more validation. So what we have here is an industry being taught by hopefully, like, laughably, absurdly unqualified men. There's no, anyone could call themselves a dating coach. Create a Facebook group. You're a dating coach. There's no, even with being a personal trainer, you got to like earn that. I had to like earn my degrees in psychology. I had to earn being a trained therapist. Okay, like I had to like get myself into the American Psychological Association. Like I had to do shit. I could get a life coaching degree, but that's pretty fucking laughable. Like anybody could pay $40 or $100 and just get one online. Like there are no real certifications or requirements for this. So what we have are a lot of these dating coaches who, one, don't know how to do themselves. They just know how to market. They're very good at trickery. Number two, they're very good at getting girls, but they don't give a shit about their students. They don't care about getting other guys' results. They just want to look cool and have guys like sucking on their dick and be like, this guy's amazing. Or number three, you have guys who are really good with women, but they don't know how to teach. Like they want to, they'll try. They have no idea how to coach properly. Coaching is its own game, like Coach Maxx. That's what I want to see from these dating coaches. Where's the Coach Maxing? Where are they learning to actually be mentor? You don't see me posting. Sometimes I'll do a little bit, but like you don't really see me posting all my shit of me and my girls and doing stuff like the route I'm taking. My game is I'm showing the world, look what my student did. Look what my student did. Look what this student did. I don't need to pretend. I don't need to like post to the world like, look, I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm Yoda. I want you to be my Luke. You know, like that's my message to any guy who wants to work with Modern Flirting or come to me. I'm not bragging about my success. I've already had all the success in the world. If you want to see it, sure, I have the pictures, I have the videos. You can come watch me in boot camp in action. I'll go talk to any girl. The proof is in the pudding. Any guys who go out with me, they see me in action, they know what's up, okay? The better proof, the real proof that matters is I'm getting my students those results. I'm getting my students social circles, lifestyles, more dates. The common theme in Modern Flirting is when you join Modern Flirting, you like, this is almost like I want it to be like the slogan, get more dates the first year in Modern Flirting than the whole entire rest of your life combined. That's what we're seeing again and again and again, because now they're running right processes, they're running right systems. That's the shit I'm proud of. That's the shit I want to brag about. I'm not trying to brag about the hottie, I banged yesterday, or, the girls I'm taking out tonight for Taco Tuesday. I don't want to brag about that. I want to brag about what my students are doing. And the reason so many guys, again, to go to your question, they're incels, they're MGTOWs, they're black pill, they're whatever, they've been let down. Two things. They've either been let down by an industry that doesn't know how to help them or doesn't care to, and they paid a lot of money and they got fucked. And I'm sorry, like a lot of my guys come from other programs or other trainings, and they come to Modern Flirting and they're like, thank you, like finally something that's real. I hear horror stories. Coaches running away from their students in the field because they don't want to help them. Coaches stealing the girls from their students. Coaches getting plastered drunk on the boot camps, not being professional at all. Like, I hear horror stories. Okay, coaches being abusive to their students. So they've been let down by this industry, and that's why they hate. They're like, fuck PUAs, fuck this whole thing. Or they're lazy. They're just like, you're not doing it right. They're like, I tried. I did an approach. I studied a YouTube video, and like, take it seriously. Like a guy who goes to the gym for a week and eats chicken and broccoli one day, don't expect six pack. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You got to like consistently do it the right way. But whether either from laziness or they've been let down, that's why we have all these movements.
Amazing. Yeah, you definitely answered that. And I suppose we could do another episode about that to really go into it. And it's a shame. And yeah, as you said with fitness, you could probably, like I say with terms of fitness, if you want to get in shape, you want to find a coach, find somebody who looks how you want to look. So if you want to look like the next Mr. Olympia, bodybuilding stage, go for that guy. If you just want to look like a fitness model, go for that guy. And I suppose it can be a little bit harder, but as you said, you show your students results, and that's a lot of coaches I see. They just show them with a hot model, and their infield, they don't show their students. Yeah, so
all of it, because they don't have it. They really don't, unless they're at like RSD scale level, where it's literally like we're coaching. It's like here's 10,000 guys doing shit. And they're showing like, look, daily results. Look, this guy today got it. This guy today got it. Out of 10,000, I'm getting daily results out of like 40 guys. Like, statistics here. Let's just use some basic math. Like, it's not even close. It's not even close. When you do it the right way.
All right, Jared, there's a couple questions from the audience. Do you mind if we answer them, and then you can share about how everyone can get in touch with you and take the next steps?
Yeah, cool? Absolutely.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So Udhav asks, how can we achieve active as well as passive attraction? I'm sure you've touched on that already. You touched on that, didn't you? But I don't know if you want to recap that as well.
Passive attraction, exactly what JP's teaching. Looks, Maxx, fashion. Fashion's the easiest fucking thing. Grooming, don't stink, yada yada. Active attraction, learn the right okay. If you guys read my book, you go through my book. Honestly, if you guys want, I'll give you. This is for all of JP's listeners. If you reach out to me, I'll give you my book for free. It's $20 on Amazon. I'll give it to you for free. It teaches you the mindsets to succeed at this. It shows you how to do it properly. I'll give it to you for free if you reach out to me. Okay. But in the book, you'll realize there's 3 things that get successful. You need to practice to the point of obsession for active attraction. To learn this actively, practice to the point of obsession. Experiment everything. Test, tweak. Take note of what's working and what's not, and have a mentor. Have someone guide you, like showing you what to do. Because if I had my mentors, if I didn't have them, I'd still be like trying to figure the whole fucking thing out. Like, just do it the right way. Practice, experiment, mentor. You could do any 2 of those 3 things, and you'll get good. It'll just take you years. If you do any 1 of those 3 things by itself, you'll never get good. Hold on, I got to put him in a cage. He's freaking out. Proms with the puppy. Always, always, always.
I'm jealous, man. I want to get a puppy myself.
Oh my god, though. He's a handful though. That's the only issue. I hear you. Here's this is another reason why I like this mic instead of the Yeti. I can like walk around and do shit. But all right, back. Except I'm gonna lower this because it's getting too hot. All right, what's the next question?
Okay, so he asked us also, because I know you mentioned about that student, the Asian student who was like a 4, and you hacked his pictures, didn't you?
Yeah.
He's asking if you could share that somehow. I'm not sure if you got like a
share the pictures.
I don't know. Did you have a case study on your website or anything like that, or your Facebook maybe?
I have nothing but testimonials from my students, but I can also show his results if I scroll. Give me 1 second. I'll show you if I could find it. Wasn't prepared. I'll have to ask him. I'll put it in here. Let me literally just like message him. Where is he?
I'm sure he's watching this, so you could probably reach out to you.
I'll put it in your group for those who want to see it.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get the photos where you're a 4, 2, and 8? Okay, boom.
Okay, perfect.
But again, for the pictures, people think look good in all the pictures. That actually works against you. And I'm gonna say this again. Looking good, trying to look good every single photo works against you because you're not maximizing the potential you have with the online profile. I'll give you a hint what it should be. Each picture should be hitting a different emotion from the girl. Let the girl go through an emotional roller coaster. Every picture, she feels a new emotion. If every picture is hot, she'll literally think you're full of yourself and you're in fuckboy category, and you're just like, it's like an eye roll. Like, okay, we get it. You think you're hot shit, cool. There's nothing else there. Every picture, a picture with 1,000 words, you have a chance to elicit an emotion. That's the proper way to run online game.
Wow. What a way to leave it. It feels like we need to do a part 2. We need to do a part 2.
This is what I teach my guys. I show them exactly what pictures to use.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I like to keep it an hour. I feel like I'd like to keep you for longer, but obviously I know you're a busy man as well. Okay, so Jared, share. So, what's the next steps if people want to work with you? Obviously, you touched on the book to share with everyone how they can take next
Like
step.
super. Oh, hold on. Facebook group. So yeah, look, easy to reach out. Like I got Modern Flirting dating advice. You can join my Facebook group. I go live every Wednesday on there. I answer questions there weekly. Can answer questions every single week free. You can message me on Facebook, Jared Psych Laurence, right there. Look down. Instagram. You can check out my YouTube channel, Modern Flirting. I'm just starting to grow that. It's super easy. You can email if you want to go the old fashioned way. You can email me psych psych at modernflirting.com. But really, Facebook's the easiest way by far. Shoot me a question. I love it. I love answering this stuff. I love helping out. I can get you my book for free. If you're interested in joining Modern Flirting, if you really want mentorship, and I'm not talking about a guy yells at you and then says, fuck off, go do it, or just watch these videos. If you want someone to show you exactly how I tackle this in all different ways, you get direct outreach to me, you get accountability by me, you get my masterclass that takes you through everything, you get my resource library so you can customize your own journey as you're learning this. I have my girls on there doing drills almost daily. We can pop on and do drills, and you can't practice because of Corona. I got you covered. You do the drills with the girls in Modern Flirting. You can directly contact me, and if you got a question, you need help, you just message me. I go right to my students. I can hop on a call if they absolutely need it. And we have the best, most positive community in the world. We're masterminding every day in my Slack group on fashion, on health, on wealth. I'm helping guys build up businesses, entrepreneurship. One of my students came to me. He was a 9-to-5 job, and now he just hit 20K last month because of the push and the systems I put in place. Like, it really is. We're creating ultimate lifestyles for men. And anyone who needs that extra push, needs that help, and wants to learn how, I'm more than happy. But if not, I'm down to just give you my book for free and answer any questions you have.
Amazing, amazing, Jared. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciated this. Hope all you viewers as well, the brothers. Hope you enjoyed that, and we'll definitely have to do another one if that's all
yeah,
right.
dude, it's fun. It's great being here, man.
Awesome. Okay, thanks for having you, or thanks for coming on, and have a good day, everyone. Take care.